Single parenting can feel like a solo journey, but it doesn't have to be. Introducing MomFlex App, the ultimate village web app designed just for you. From financial support to community connections, MomFlex App offers a lifeline, helping you navigate parenting with confidence. Find trusted resources, build your support network, and thrive, because every parent deserves a village. Join the movement today. Visit momflex.org to install the app and take the first step toward a stronger, more supported you.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger together we lift, we strive. Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see who you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive. Stories of triumph, stories of grace. Single parents with dreams to chase. They said we'd break, they said we'd fall, but look at us now, we're standing tall. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger together we lift, we strive. Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see you.
Welcome back to Beyond the Struggle, Rise and Thrive. I'm your host, LaFortune, and I'm glad you are here today. We are stepping into a powerful space in the journey of single parenting, spirituality, and grounding practices. When you are raising children on your own, the weight of the world can feel relentless. Every decision rests on your shoulders. The emotional labor is non-stop. There are days when the exhaustion runs deeper than sleep can fix, and moments when the self-doubt creeps in louder than any outside noises. But even in the midst of that pressure, something remarkable is happening. There is a quiet evolution unfolding, a turning inward. More and more solo parenting at finding strength, not just in survival, but in stillness, in breath, in spirit, in sacred daily moments. They are returning to the practices that remind them of who they are, beyond roles, beyond routines. Whether it's meditation, prayer, ancestral ritual, journaling, or simply planting bare feet in the earth in the morning, these aren't luxuries. They are lifeline. They are grounding practices that reconnect us to our inner power, calm our nervous systems, and create a sense of peace in a life that often feels chaotic. In today's episode, we are exploring how these spiritual and grounding practices are helping single parents not just cope, but truly thrive. You will hear real stories from people walking this path, stories that may sound a lot like yours. I will also share practical tools you can start using today and open up with personal reflections about what these practices have meant in my own life. Because here's the truth. You don't have to wait until things are perfect to feel whole. You don't have to be everything to everyone to be enough. And you don't have to walk this journey disconnected from yourself. So wherever you are right now, in your car, folding laundry, on a walk, or just taking a moment for yourself, know this: you're not alone. And there is strength, clarity, and healing available to you right here, right now. Let's dive in, shall we?
Single parenting can feel like a solo journey, but it doesn't have to be. Introducing MomFlex App, the ultimate village web app designed just for you. From financial support to community connections, MomFlex App offers a lifeline, helping you navigate parenting with confidence. Find trusted resources, build your support network, and thrive, because every parent deserves a village. Join the movement today. Visit momflex.org to install the app and take the first step toward a stronger, more supported you.
Single parents are often in survival mode, constantly juggling the demands of work and everything else. There is no one to tag in when you are emotionally spent, no built-in buffer for exhaustion. In these high-end stakes, spirituality often shifts from being a passive belief system to becoming a vital source of strength and renewal. It's not just about faith. It's about finding fuel to keep going when the tank feels empty. Grounding practices, whether it's prayer, meditation, journaling, breath work, or quiet moments of reflection, offer more than just comfort. They provide something tangible, a steady anchor amid emotional and logistical chaos. These practices help regulate emotions, reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and reconnect single parents with their deeper sense of purpose. In a world where they are constantly giving, grounding rituals return them to themselves and to their power. Research supports this lived truth. Studies have shown that mindfulness-based intervention can significantly increase emotional resilience, reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, and improve overall well-being. A 2021 study published in Mindfulness found that parents who engage in regular mindfulness practices reported lower parenting stress and greater emotional availability to their children. Spirituality, too, plays a role. According to a report in the Journal of Health Psychology, spiritual well-being is linked to greater satisfaction and lower rates of psychological stress. For single parents, resilience isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. So grounding practices and spiritual habits aren't just nice to have. They are essential tools for survival, healing, and thriving. Being in this stillness, they create a sense for single parents to find clarity. In the ritual, they find rhythm. And in the practice, they find the power to continue showing up for their children and for themselves. Let's share real life stories about people who have actually dealt with spirituality, including myself.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game.
Single parents are often in survival mode, moving from one task to the next with no pause, no partner to tag in when exhaustion hits, no space to unravel. Every day requires emotional endurance, physical stamina, and spiritual strength. And while the world applauds our resilience, few see what it takes to maintain it. For me, staying grounded is not optional, it's sacred. I personally rely on prayer and meditation as my lifeline. Every morning before the noise of the day begins, I sit in stillness. I breathe. I pray. Some day is 10 minutes, other days is 2, but I always return to that inner space. I also ground myself literally by placing my bare feet on the ground on this earth. That simple act connects me to something ancient and powerful. It reminds me that I am rooted, supported, and enough. I don't take ancestral rituals lightly. I was raised with deep respect for my heritage, so I don't call on my ancestors casually or out of trend. For me, prayer is all I need. It's how I access my inner power and stay aligned with purpose. In that quiet conversation with the divine, I find strength, clarity, and peace. And I am not alone in this journey. Let me tell you about Janelle, a single mom of 3 in Atlanta. She works 2 jobs, one during the day, one at night. Her days are long. Her to-do list is never ends, and rest in her life is rare. But every morning at 5:30 a.m., before her kids open their little eyes, she claims a sacred 10 minutes to herself. Guided meditation, nothing to elaborate here, just guided meditation. Just silence, breath, and presence, she told me. It's like mental oxygen. I can feel the difference when I don't do it. For her, that practice isn't luxury, it's survival. It's her way of reclaiming her inner space before the world makes its demands. Then let's talk about Louis, a solo dad in LA who found grounding through ancestral connections. After his divorce, he felt untethered and unsure of his identity. That's when he began learning about his Afro-Caribbean heritage. Now, every night he lights a candle and speaks out loud to his late grandmother. It's not superstition, he told me. It's how I remember who I am and where I come from. That daily ritual, his personal altar of memory and love, grounds him in something bigger than himself. And there is Tasha, a widow mom who leaned into a prayer as a lifeline after loss. I didn't pray just to fix things, she told me. I prayed to survive. It was my conversation with God when I had no one else to talk to. In the stillness of grief, prayer became her release, her safe place, her safe haven to fall apart, and her strength to stand back up. These stories remind us that grounding doesn't have to be elaborate. It just needs to be intentional. Whether it's a quiet prayer, bare feet on soil, a candle lit in honor of an ancestor, or 10 minutes of breath work, these sacred pauses are acts of self-preservation. Research backs this too. Mindfulness and spiritual practices have been proven to reduce anxiety, increase resilience, and help regulate emotions. Tools single parents need in abundance. But beyond the silence, these rituals remind us who we are: powerful, rooted, worthy, in a world that demands everything. Grounding gives us something back: our breath, our strength, and our sense of self.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight.
If you are a solo parent listening today, here are a few grounding practices you can try. No special tools, no judgment, just ways to return to yourself. Daily breath work. 4, 7, 8. Breathing. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold 7. Exhale 8. Try it before bed. Spiritual journaling. Start or end your day with one spiritual reflection question. An example: what do I need to release today? Ancestral honoring. Place a photo, light a candle, speak their name. Legacy is grounding. Nature walks. Unplug and walk. Let nature recalibrate you. Or go outside, take your shoes off. Just put your bare feet on the grass. Just raise your arm to earth and just take all of it in. Just breathe. Just be in that stillness, in that moment. Just be. Just be. Just be. Mantra and affirmation. Choose one. Speak it out loud daily. I am rooted. I am whole. That, my friend, is how you bring yourself back into your inner self. How you bring your power back within you, and how you gain the strength to continue one more day. One more day.
Single parenting can feel like a solo journey, but it doesn't have to be. Introducing MomFlex App, the ultimate village web app designed just for you. From financial support to community connections, MomFlex App offers a lifeline, helping you navigate parenting with confidence. Find trusted resources, build your support network, and thrive, because every parent deserves a village. Join the movement today. Visit momflex.org to install the app and take the first step toward a stronger, more supported you. MomFlex App, because you're never alone.
Spirituality for solo parents isn't about perfection. It's about having a picture perfect. It isn't about having a picture perfect practice or following a specific religion. It's about presence. It's about creating sacred space within the chaos, not waiting for the chaos to disappear. When you are raising children on your own, silence can be rare, and serenity even rarer. But that doesn't mean you can't cultivate moments of connection and meaning. Whether you are meditating for 5 minutes before the sun rises or whispering prayers while folding laundry late at night, you are doing sacred work. You are not waiting for the perfect moment to connect. You are creating it. Right there, in the middle of everything. That's what makes it holy. That's what makes it real. You are choosing connection over chaos, grounding over overwhelm, faith over fear. These practices as simple as they are, and as simple as they may seem, don't erase the struggle. The bills are still there. The parenting demands, the emotional fatigue, the loneliness. They don't just vanish because you pray or breathe deeply. But what does happen is a softening, a shift, a moment of stillness inside of the storm. Spiritual practices don't always change your circumstances, but they do change you. They anchor you. They remind you that you are not alone. They help you access strength that's deeper than exhaustion, clarity that cuts through confusion, and peace that lives beneath the noise. And sometimes, if you are open, they even transform you. Not overnight, not in some dramatic, cinematic way, but slowly, gently, like roots deepening in the soil. You start to carry yourself differently. You react with more patience. You trust yourself more. You begin to feel, perhaps for the first time in a while, that you are held by something greater, that you are not just surviving, you are growing. That's the quiet power of spirituality in the life of a solo parent. It is not about escaping the mess. It's about finding meaning within it. So, To all my solo parents listening today, I want you to know you are not alone. I say this quite often, but I mean it because it is truth. We are not alone. Even on the days that feel impossibly heavy, when the silence in the house echoes a little too loudly, or when the weight of your responsibilities feels like it might break you, you are still held in spirit, held in the invisible threads of community, held in the quiet strength you build, breath by breath, choice by choice, day after day. Your effort may go unnoticed by the world, but they are not unnoticed by the universe. Every tear wiped, every boundary held, every whispered prayer and exhausted laugh, it's all part of a sacred path. You are doing holy work. I want to leave you with a quote from the bell hooks, who understood the soul of resilience and love so deeply. She said, spiritual life is first and foremost about commitment to a way of thinking and behaving that honors principles in interbeing and interconnectedness. Let that sink in. You are not separate from sacred. You are not an island. You are part of something bigger, woven into the tapestry of parents, ancestors, and fellow humans who are all navigating life with courage, grace, and grit. Your journey, yes, even the messy, uncertain, painful parts, is sacred. So whether your spiritual practice looks like prayer, breath work, lighting a candle, grounding your feet to the earth, or simply showing up when you don't feel like you can, you are living your faith. You are honoring your connection to something greater. If this episode spoke to you,
Every day's a battle, every step
if it gave you even a moment of stillness or strength, I invite you to share it with another parent who might need a little grounding today. Sometimes just hearing you are not alone is enough to help someone get through the next hour. Sometimes just raising your eyes to the sky and saying, God, I see you. Universe, I'm here. Can you hear me? Give you strength for the next day. And if you have a story, a ritual, or practice that's helped you on your journey, I'd love to hear from you. This is a community. This is a village, your village. And your voice matters here. Until next time, keep rising, keep grounding, and above all else, keep rising. Keep on rising, my dear, because that's all you have. Ciao now.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger together we lift, we strive. Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We feel you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive. Stories of triumph, stories of grace. Single parents with dreams to chase. They said we'd break, they said we'd fall, but look at us now, we're standing tall. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive. We push through the stigma, defy every step. They don't define us, and that's a fact. A village of love, a future so bright. Hand in hand, we own our life. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive. The journey is tough, oh not alone. In this village we found our home. So lift your head, let your spirit fly. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive.